Danny Segura for MMA Junkie. I'm here in Mexico City with Joe Pyfer, who is just days away from fighting Kelvin Gastelum in a very important middleweight bout. Joe, first of all, when you got the call to fight in Mexico, some people are sometimes hesitant to come out here. I've talked to some colleagues. They're like, oh, I don't know about Mexico. What was your reaction to fighting in Mexico? And also, like, you are very American, right? Like, were you surprised that they requested you for this card?
I mean, the original option was like fighting overseas somewhere, and I'm not really big on traveling. But yeah, no, I knew the circumstances of coming out here, dealing with the elevation and the air quality. So, you know, we took the precautions of sleeping in a hyperbaric chamber for about 2 months. And then, you know, I had a good running program, and yeah, we're more than prepared for this. And, you know, I've been out here 2 weeks ahead of time, been out here for 11 days already, and I feel good out here. So it definitely was something to acknowledge and not disregard. And I think we took the proper steps and we're prepared.
Yeah. And so far, how has your experience been training here in Mexico? Like, have you used the PI as well? It's fairly new.
Yeah, the PI is really nice. You know, the people are really nice. I'm not going to say the things that I don't like, but, you know, I'm Team USA. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. I would say that you're the most American fighter on the card, correct?
100%, 1,000%. I am, you know, born and raised, you know, in America, and I love my country, and I will be representing my flag here.
Yeah. And are you expecting the boos? I mean, they will come, right? Like, Kelvin is Mexican or Mexican descent. Like, they'll be cheering for him. He's fought here a ton. Are you expecting that? And I'm guessing from kind of the vibe, you don't really care about that.
Nah, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is, you know. I'm here on enemy territory as far as like him, you know, being half Mexican. But, you know, he wasn't, I don't know what his background is. I don't know if he was born here or whatnot. Don't really care. Nah, I mean, I'm super comfortable. I'm not really uncomfortable because I'm fighting here in Mexico. At the end of the day, I'm going to make the same walk to the cage. And in the cage, you know, it doesn't matter where you're from or what you do, what ethnicity you are, what your background is. So, you know, a fight's a fight, man.
Yeah. What did you think of Kelvin when they offered you the name? You fought like some obviously well-known guys, Jack Hermanson and others. But when Kelvin came, you know, he's also a veteran. What did you think, and did you like the matchup?
Yeah, I love the matchup. I thought it was very exciting. You know, he's a guy that likes to bring it. You know, he's entertaining to watch. I would say as of lately, his performances I don't think are of Kelvin of old, but I do believe that he did his best work at middleweight. So, you know, I know my teammate beat him in Sean Brady and dominated, but we're two completely different fighters. And that's a question that's been popping up a bunch, but, you know, our styles are different. Sean's an amazing grappler. I'm a good grappler. I'm a great striker, I think, and I want to be the first guy to knock Kelvin out. So, yeah, when I saw the matchup, I thought it was a great fight for me.
I was just at Media Day earlier today, and we asked him about the fight. He was a little bothered that they offered you to him. He kind of expected, like, I guess, like a bigger name or something. But he was like, hey, I'm moving back up to 185. I'm kind of starting over. So I guess he was fine with it. When you hear that, like, do you make anything of that, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's kind of disregarding the fact that I'm a threat, and that's fine. That's cool. I haven't beat anybody with his kind of name yet, so, you know, that's fair to say. But when I hit him, he'll understand. And when I get in there with him, he realizes how big I am, how powerful I am, and that I'm prepared to go 15 minutes hard. I think it's a very big mistake on his part to bank on me gassing out. I think everybody's kind of leaning on the Jack Hermanson performance, which I had walking pneumonia for the first month of the entire camp. And then I had 2 MRSA infections, so I was on antibiotics. And I still fought my ass off, fought 5 rounds, and I lost by 1 round. So if that's what everybody's going to make, that I'm going to gas or whatever they want to say, that's fine. I'm prepared, I'm ready, and yeah, this dude's going to get it. He's going to get his ass whooped if he looks past me.
Not that you care about the haters or what they say, but like, there's no better way probably than to like shut them up, to fight at elevation, one of the highest locations that the UFC like puts events on, and against somebody that historically like has very good cardio in Kelvin, right?
Yeah. And even then, he has good cardio, but he doesn't have great cardio. I mean, look at his fight with Daniel Rodriguez. It looked like shit. You know, he was taking down a guy who can't wrestle, and it wasn't really clean. It wasn't impressive in my opinion. And but, you know, I will say the last time he was at 185, I thought he looked impressive against Chris Curtis. Like, he looked rejuvenated, and I'm expecting the best Kelvin, man. I didn't come in here like oh man, I'm going to absolutely trash this guy. I came in here thinking this guy is going to be coming after me. He's going to be tough, and he's going to be in the best shape of his life. So that's what I'm prepared for. And if he's anything shy of that, he's going to get put to sleep.
Yeah. And if you put him to sleep, like if you finish him, he's never been stopped, and like he's fought a bunch of people. So like a bunch of great fighters. You feel like you send a big statement to the division, like, you know?
I mean, I'm going to send a statement to him. I don't really care about what the rest of the division thinks. You know, obviously, yes, if I get a stoppage, it's going to be impressive. But, you know, I have 13 wins and 12 finishes, so I'm a guy that likes to go out there and look for the finish. And I have the power to get the finish. I don't think, you know, if you watch him against Israel Adesanya, it was a great fight. You know, I think that was his best self, and I think that was the best he was ever going to be. And he got dropped 3-4 times by a guy who's not really a power puncher. He's more of an accurate, like, precise guy. So I think, you know, he fights a guy like me and he tries to be overly aggressive, it's going to get him caught.
He's been out here for a while, and so have you. So have you guys crossed paths at all?
Yeah, we've seen each other a bunch. You know, super respectful. And I've been respectful back, you know. I think he deserves respect. He hasn't said anything bad about me. I haven't said anything bad about him. It's just, you know, we're here to do our job, and I'm here to, again, try to knock him out. So.
Have you sort of sized them up? Because, like, you know, being next to both of you guys in one day, like, there's a pretty clear difference in size. And even in the fight against Sean Brady, I mean, Sean Brady's strong as shit, but, like, still, you know, he was able to outmuscle him, and, you know, that was a weight class below. I don't know if you've kind of noticed that, and do you feel like maybe he's not adequate for 185?
Nah, I mean, look, his best attribute is what? Striking. So he's not really got its spinning and doing all kinds of fancy shit. He's a boxer, he throws a couple elbows here and there, but I don't really have to worry about how deep his tool set is. And trust me, if he thinks, we know what Kelvin's going to do. He likes to come forward. He likes to, you know, stand in that southpaw stance and bounce back and forth. So if he thinks that we haven't prepared for that, or we're not ready to counter that, you know, let him do his thing. Let him walk right into it. So, yeah, I mean, Sean is a, you know, stellar grappler. Look at what he just did to Leon. But again, I just want to reiterate, this isn't about size. I do think it's going to play a factor, but I don't want to be a Leon Edwards that's talking about how small somebody is and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, look, the guy's small, but he's used to fighting guys bigger. He's fought the top guys in the middleweight division. So for me to be like, even though I think it's a factor, yeah, I'm bigger, I'm stronger. I think it's going to play a big role in our fight. It's not nothing he's not used to. He's fought, you know, Jared Cannonier, Jack Hermanson also. He's fought Izzy, and they're all big guys, man. So I'm sure he's used to it, but the thing he's not going to be used to is the intention in which I throw my shots. So he can't really exchange with me. Let's just put it that way. Or I think he'll get clipped.
Now, like, speaking outside of, I guess, this matchup itself and just, like, in general, the division, there's kind of like a generational change, right? Like, we see, like, Whitaker take a loss. Adesanya is taking a few L's as well. And then we've seen, you know, young guys like Khamzat, Caio Borralho, and others, like, come out to the top of the division. What have you made of the division overall? And have you felt that generational change? And do you feel like this is almost part of it? Because I would say that Gastelum probably is more of those names, Whitaker and Adesanya, right?
Yeah, man. I think there's a lot of really good guys, like you said. Caio Borralho, I think he's really good. And if you look at the matchup, I think if they fought, I don't think it would be close. I think Caio would trash Kelvin. So when he's talking about making another title run, I don't think that that's really true. I think he's trying to convince himself that this is his home and this is where he's supposed to be. But he's had so many ups and downs. And as of lately, his performances haven't been what they used to be. So that's just my speculation from watching film and watching him and, you know, seeing his performances. But yeah, I mean, it's a talent-rich division, I think. And I think we have the combination of athleticism and power, you know, so it's good.
Yeah, it's a fun division. Who do you think should get the next title shot at Dricus?
I think you gotta let Khamzat. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, he's so far and few in between now, between his fights with, I don't know if it's visa issues or health issues or whatever's going on, but I mean, he went out there and trashed Robert Whitaker, who was a great champion, still a great competitor, still out there at the top of the division, and you know, why not give Khamzat that shot?
Yeah. Do you think he beats Dricus?
Yeah, I do. I think if he can beat him in the first 2 rounds, if he can get him down in the first 2 rounds, I think he would beat him. And if he's able to survive the first 2 rounds, I think Dricus would wind up finishing him TKO.
Yeah. And obviously, I'm sure you see yourself as the best in the division, and you're going to fight for the belt, become champion, all that. But outside of yourself, who do you think is sort of the best out of that group? Do you think it's Khamzat?
Nah, I think it's Kyle Borralho. Yeah. When I've looked at the potential of how he moves, he's light on his feet. He's a big guy. He can strike. He can grapple. He's a good jiu-jitsu guy. So I would say he's probably, in my opinion, in my division, he's probably the other top guy.
Yeah. So you beat Kelvin Gastelum this Saturday. What does the future look like? Have you thought about what's
That is the future. There is no future past Saturday. I got to beat Kelvin, and then we'll think about it. So I have some call-outs in mind. But none of that matters, and we're not going to talk about the future until I actually beat this guy. This is my toughest test, aside from Jack Hermanson, and I really need to win this fight, and I will win this fight.
Okay. Well, let's get an official prediction. Let's not look beyond that. How do you see the fight going? Is it going to go all 3 rounds, or you think we'll see a finish?
We'll see, man. We'll see. I think I finish him. I think that's just my nature. I'm a mean dude in there, and I'm trying to get him out of there. So when I hit him, I'm going to hit him with bad intentions, but I'm also going to be smart, you know. So yeah, we'll see what kind of fight he brings. If he's overly aggressive, he's not a hard guy to hit. You know, he gets hit a lot, and I know he's been flatlined a few times, not in the cage, but I'll get my shot. So I predict a finish or domination. Let's put it this way. At the end of the day, my only job is go in there and win, and I want 2 checks and however means necessary. Decision, knockout, submission, but you better watch out for some takedowns too.
Yeah. All right, Joel. Looking forward to the fight, and best of luck, man.
Thank you.